to pretend it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Yeah, these championship rings on my hands now. In my head, I'm top 10, yeah, that's hands down. You a squad, now you're looking man down. Funny how foes turn to friends now. Drive a race car like a Atari now. Call filling up, I need product again. Treat the business like a playground, might slide on you. Do me wrong, might slide on you. Do a backflip, cause I'm mad rich. I'm the definition of what that is. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. I'm a warrior, I go back to back, then go back to back. If I top the top, then I double back, and I'm topping that. Yeah, I beat my own records. Yeah, I gotta get money fetish. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, this electric. Went and put the Ricks on my toes. Me and bro, that's the give and go. Stay 100, end zone. Keep them coming. I know. I won't flood my wrist, no, I'm not dumb like that. No. I just wanna give my mama 100 racks. Go hard, or go home. 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 Touchdown like the end zone. When the circle turn to my home, can't get me out of my zone. Go hard, or go home. Go hard, or go home. Same team, I don't set trip. Never dull, it's electric.
Let's go.
Went and put the Ricks on my toes. Me and bro,
Let's go. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Done right that.
100 racks.
100 racks.
Go hard.
Go hard.
Hard.
Or go home.
Go home.
Let's go, baby. Welcome back to the bottom line. I'm Flo. That guy over there, that's Canteen. What's going on?
Zone.
Episode 18.
Go hard.
Going hard.
Go
Going
hard.
home.
You better go home if you don't go hard.
Episode 18. Here we go, man. Let's go. Welcome back to the show.
Got my brother in the building. Let's go.
Yeah, 508 on the Facebook group. Welcome back to the show. Here we go. Hey, like, share, do all that good stuff.
Bro.
Gonna go for what? A cool 1,000 by Labor Day. So we're going
Labor Day weekend. 1,000. We're gonna have 1,000 by Labor Day, bro.
Let's go. Labor Day weekend. We're 1,000. All right, welcome back to the bottom line. We're gonna do a little sports here today. Let us know what you think. Put in the comments, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, man. We're just here, have a little fun. Have a little fun. Hey, the U.S. Open golf tournament is this weekend. You gonna watch any of that? You gonna watch any of that? Maybe. What are you thinking? This week starts Thursday, I think. What are you thinking?
I only got one person in mind that I'm worried about with the U.S. Open, man.
What's that?
Roy McIlroy.
Roy McIlroy? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, he's one of the favorites. Okay. You know, Tiger's probably going to play. He's a long shot, though.
Man, Tiger a billionaire. Tiger don't care about no U.S. Open, man.
Yeah, he does. That's a major.
I mean, he care, man, but at the end of the day, man, I like McIlroy. Rory McIlroy, dog. Rory McIlroy. I can't hear you, bro. I can hear you, dog.
I can hear you.
Okay, you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, bro. I hear you good. Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's not coming up on the thing, though. Oh, there it is.
All right.
Okay, we're good. Yeah, I hit the wrong button here. You know, I'm by myself, so.
It's all good, bro.
All right, yeah. So, Tiger might play.
Hey, Flo.
Yeah.
Flo. Come to the 10th Mountain Division. I'm waiting on you.
10th Mountain. You want to be in that snow? Man, I want to be out there in that cold.
I hear you, bro.
I know you freezing out there every winter.
Bro, I got one more, dog.
One more. Where you going now after that? You don't even know.
My marketplace opened up in September. I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
We'll figure it out.
All right.
Yeah.
Let us know who you think. Yeah, who you think's gonna win? Give us a long shot. Give us who you think's gonna win. I think Canteen saying McIlroy. I kind of like Jordan Spieth. Maybe he'll come up big this time. Jordan Spieth might have a good game. A good I guess what do they call it? A match in golf?
Yes, I like.
They call matches.
I like Sam Burns and I like McIlroy.
Okay.
The golf match. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. We'll see what happens. It should be fun. You know, I mean, you'll always get more attention if Tiger's playing that weekend, but we'll see what happens. It'd be fun. Nice to have like Sergio in there again. I mean, he's a long shot. Phil Mickelson won it. He won the PGA. He was like a 200 to 1. He's an 80 to 1 in this one, but
he ain't even got a shot in this one right here, bro.
Well, I'm just saying he was 200 to 1 in the PGA last
right.
2021, and he won that one. I mean, it was a surprise up to everybody, but it'd be fun to have some good names in there. All right, let's go. Let's talk about some NFL. Ready to talk about a little NFL. All right. Did you see the New York Times article talking about Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, man.
Apparently
bro.
there was
I mean,
66 different massages by 66 different women in a 17-month period, according to the New York Times article. Deshaun Watson claims it was
heavy.
He claims it was only 40 in a 5-year period when he was with the Texans, but according to the New York Times, they said it was 66. And the Texans, apparently the head of security for the Texans provided Deshaun with some non-disclosure agreements for the women that were given massages. I don't know. The Texans also provided the Houstonian. I think that's like a hotel. It's got like a gym. It's got like a spa area or something. But anyway, they provided an area for him to have some of his massages. Deshaun Watson's lawyer, he made the case that, making someone feel uncomfortable is not a crime. But,
he said a lot of choice words about what he said. The lawyer.
Yeah. But he also said happy ending is not a crime. Happy ending. But he said that's not a crime as long as it wasn't a part of the massage. Like if it was something after the massage was over, Now Deshaun's actually admitted only 3 women that he had any kind of sexual contact with, or actually I think sexual intercourse, I think is the exact term. But anyway, so 24 women now who are in the lawsuit. This is a civil lawsuit. He didn't get charged in the criminal in the grand jury, so I don't know. Wow, it's just a lot of stuff coming out, man. Big deal,
Right,
no big deal. I mean, what are you thinking?
Hey, bro. So if I'm the Cleveland Browns, I think the Cleveland Browns made a good move by getting him.
Mm-hmm.
But they may regret they got this guy. I mean, Flo, you got to look at it from this perspective right here, man.
Yeah.
You got AFC North. You got Baltimore. You got Cleveland.
Right.
You got the Ravens. And you got Pittsburgh.
A lot of good teams. Yeah, a lot of good
powerhouses, man.
Right.
So what I'm thinking, man, like I think that the are gonna pay off Lamar Jackson. Hear what I'm saying?
Now what?
I think Lamar Jackson may not play only but maybe 6 games this year.
Why Lamar Jackson? He's in a holdout?
Not.
Oh, you mean Deshaun Watson? You're saying? Oh, you froze up.
Lamar Jackson, but I'm talking about
Watson.
Watson may only play 6 games this year.
I mean, it's not looking good. I mean, I don't know how many.
I mean, when you look at the suspension,
it's just getting
allegations and the case and Flo, the case keeps getting bigger.
It's just bizarre. It's just a bizarre thing to have 66 women different massage.
Listen. The case was here. Now the case is here.
Right.
It keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And he keeps opening the floodgates, dog.
There's a bunch of them that he met on Instagram. He just Instagram. They said they were going to massage.
Flo,
they
here.
were like,
it's like almost here now.
It's just bizarre. It's just, if you read that New York Times article, I don't know if it's got a lot of graphic details, and he's trying to get them to do certain things and asking, and make them feel uncomfortable, and it's just a weird. I mean, I don't know. It's just,
bro. This guy's opened the floodgate.
I mean,
Flo,
I mean, let's say he didn't do anything criminal, right? Let's say he was just asking for favors and being a little inappropriate. It still looks bad. It just, the NFL. I mean, there's people saying he might get suspended for the whole year.
And then
speculating the whole year.
So Flo, if they suspend him for the whole year, who the Browns got?
I mean, didn't they get Jacoby upset? I mean, don't they almost have to help each other out? Baker's got to play. See if anybody wants him. I mean, maybe he plays and he balls out.
Hey,
he
Flo,
plays balls.
Flo,
I mean, he's flinging the ball around.
You gave this guy a top-notch deal, like over $200 million.
I don't know,
and you brought him from Houston to Cleveland.
What are you gonna do? You can just. So what do the Browns just throw away the season? Just say, hey, next year.
Man, the Brown might will just flush it down the toilet. I mean, who they gonna bring in?
But they got Baker. They can't talk Baker.
You might well let me be the quarterback. Let me be the quarterback.
You don't think he's gonna do it? I don't know, man.
Come on, man. Hey, come on, make it make sense to me, man.
What about the other side of that? What the Texans might get in trouble? What do you think the Texans?
Bro,
might
I
get
mean,
in trouble?
there's a lot on the table. The Texans.
I mean,
it's a lot right on
somebody was helping him with these non-disclosure agreements. The head of security or something. It's just a big. I don't know. I feel. I'm kind of with you. He's not going to play more than 6 games. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 6 games or less.
6 or less. So what? Where do the Browns sit in this, Flo? Because you got Pittsburgh.
You got nothing.
You got Pittsburgh. You got the Browns.
I mean, this season's a wash, I guess. I don't know. I mean, they got to get past the suspension. So I mean, the league's gonna have to come out something pretty soon. So
and then Flo, on top of that, you guaranteed he got some money.
Right.
You guaranteed me some money. That's all I'm saying, bro.
I mean, if they suspend him though, I mean, I don't think he gets paid for that. If he gets suspended,
but I'm saying, like,
the league's gonna probably suspend him without pay.
Whether they suspend him or not, Deshaun Watson gonna be set either way.
I mean, yeah, he's gonna be set.
He gets some money out of this either way.
He's gonna lose some money though. He's gonna lose some
but
money.
But he's gonna be set. He gonna lose, but he gonna bounce back from where he's losing.
It's just bizarre. It's just a bizarre thing. I mean, it just from the get go, it's just one of those things, you know. Some people said the Browns were setting him up, but I mean, why? Why would they set him up? They wanted to keep him. I mean, not the Browns, but the Texans. The Texans. Listen. Some people said the Texans were setting him up, but
so
I don't.
Why would I set you up and I want you?
Right, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
I don't make sense. But I mean, that's one of the. There's a lot of people talking about that. I don't know. It don't make sense to me either. But
Flo, if I want you to be my QB and I'm giving you $230 million,
right?
Come on, man.
That's crazy. I'm not talking about the Browns. I'm talking about the Texans. That they were setting him up because they paid him a big contract and then he sat out all last year and they were trying to get him.
He's in a bad situation at this point.
He's in a terrible situation.
I know.
I mean, he didn't play all last year. He may not play most of this year. I mean, he hadn't played football in almost a couple of years. That's a long time. I don't know. It's just a mess. Let us know what you think about the game, about Deshaun Watson's situation. Big deal, no big deal. How long you think he's going to be out? I mean, he's going to be out for a minute. I mean, that's just, I don't know, but let's see. We'll see what happens. All right. So the Los Angeles Chargers owner, Dean Spanos, for our Chargers fan out there, needs to be paying attention here. He was accused of misogynistic behavior, dealing with repeated breaches of fiduciary duty, according to his sister Dia.
Yeah.
His sister. I don't know. I think that's her name. So anyway, there's a lot to this story. It's a big lawsuit. It's kind of like the one that the Lakers had with the daughter. What's her name? I can't remember her name. Jenny Buss and the brothers.
Jenny Buss, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big battle. There's a lawsuit filed on Thursday in the county superior court. They're representing the sister, and they seeking sole control of the family trust and all this stuff. And then just 1/3 of ownership. It's just a big mess. I don't know. Is this going to be a distraction for the Chargers this year? I mean, because they were considered one of the favorites, and now there's this big distraction with the ownership.
All right, Flo. Let's break down the AFC West.
Right.
You got the Chargers. You got the Raiders. You got Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Raiders, Chargers, Denver, and who else I'm missing, man? Raiders, Chargers, Denver, and
Chiefs.
So what I'm saying is, I think this is a huge distraction. For the Chargers, man, because the AFC is a powerhouse in the AFC.
But you think because it's the owner, maybe it's not as big a distraction because it's just the owners. But I mean, you don't think people are going to ask them questions in the press? You know, what do you?
And so
you know what I'm saying?
They're going to dig deep. They're going to open up a can of worms about certain issues that happen with the team.
Right.
And so when you start opening up a can of worms and dealing with the team and their issues, that affects the players.
Right.
And their performance. And can I say what I want to say right here? Excuse me for what I'm saying.
Okay.
Shit rolls downhill.
Oh Lord.
So it's a domino effect, bro. That's what I'm saying, Flo.
Okay.
So when it starts at the top, it starts with the leadership, and then what happens with the leadership, it starts to roll down, and it
affects everybody. Affects everybody.
That's how.
Yeah.
Because you got to think about, Flo, the AFC West.
It's a tough. You don't need any distractions in that division.
Broncos and the Chiefs. Bro, you don't need no distraction when you got 4 perennial powerhouses trying to get to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. You don't need nothing extra to get in your way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's just me now.
Yeah. So there's breaches of fiduciary duty according to the lawsuit.
Responsibility, right? Absolutely.
Yeah. So I don't know. They were trying to diverting $100 million to a trust to various debts, and then Spanos allegedly manipulated the trust to borrow $60 million for wasteful purchase of an airplane. Dean and Michael's use for the brothers were using this airplane that they, moved some money around. I mean, it's going to get ugly in the court. I don't know. It's got to be a distraction.
And so, Flo, what you got to understand, bro.
Yeah.
Is all that media, that the heirs to the media.
Yeah.
The players see all that.
Yeah.
That affects the head coach.
Well, you know they're going to ask them all the time. I mean, especially when it goes to court. I don't know if it's going to go to court this year, but it's already in the works. So, I mean, if this goes to court during the season, it's going to be a little bit of a distraction. I got to believe it's going to be a little bit of distraction. All right, let us know what you think. Is this going to be a distraction for the team, for the LA Chargers, with this whole thing going on with the ownership,
it's going to be a huge
the siblings, going to court and everything? It could get ugly. All right, so all right, the last topic for the NFL is a lot of players missing, some key players from minicamp. Now this is mandatory minicamp now. Some teams have already gone to mandatory minicamp.
The OTAs out the way.
Yeah, this is mandatory now. A lot of them are coming this week. They're going to mandatory camp, but apparently Deebo Samuels won't be there. DK Metcalf's gonna miss it. Baker Mayfield won't be there, but the coach for the Browns announced that Mayfield was excused from minicamp. So Baker's not really, but you got Deebo and DK Metcalf, two big, pretty decent receivers. I mean, they're solid receivers. Could they be both be with a different team next year? Are these guys gonna be somewhere else next year? Are they worth it too? Are they as good as some of the best receivers that are being paid right now? Tyreek Hill, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Cooper Kupp. Are they top notch? Do they deserve top notch money, or if they go to somewhere else? What's the deal?
All right, Flo.
What do you think? Are they going to stay with their teams or what?
I think DK Metcalf is a phenomenal receiver. But who's going to throw in the ball this year? If he remains in Seattle, who's going to throw in the ball?
You got Drew Lock.
What?
Drew Lock.
I tell you what, I throw in the ball.
Hey, what if they get Baker? If the Browns release him, they could get Baker. Right?
I don't think the Browns are gonna release Baker, man, because of all the stuff that's dealing with Deshaun Watson, man.
They're gonna try and make him have him play. Do you think? But here's the thing: you got to convince Baker to play too, though.
I don't know,
right?
man.
It's a mess.
It's a lot of things that's happening or going to transpire.
What about Deebo? Does he come back? He wants he wants to get paid. I know Deebo for sure wants to get paid.
Samuel want to get paid, but man, who's gonna throw Samuel the ball this year? Trey Lance.
I think they're going with Trey Lance. Reports out of 49ers said they're going forward with Trey Lance. So, he's got some accuracy issues. He's a little raw still. He's very athletic. He's an athletic guy. So,
Flo, if I'm the 49ers,
right,
give Trey Lance about 3 games.
And
if Deebo Samuel really committed, give him Deebo Samuel. Show me what you can do in the first 3 games.
But he don't want to play unless he's got a big contract, though. Deebo's not going to play.
Why would come and check for?
He ain't coming. He's gonna. He'll sit out. If he don't get paid, he's gonna sit out. That's my opinion.
Now, I'm gonna be honest, Flo.
Trade me.
I think the 49ers might cut him a check towards the latter part when he goes to the season.
Oh, you think they're gonna cut him a check before the season starts?
They'll cut him a check before the season starts, man.
You think so? Wow.
Yeah, I think so, but
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe they'll play hardball. Hey, you got to play. You play under your contract you got.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Deebo, he said he's being used more. He's being used a lot like a running back. So he said he's taking more punishment that he wants to get paid for the way they're using him. Well, he also takes a lot of handoffs. He took quite a few handoffs last year, like a running back. They've been using him like doing screens and handoffs. So them running backs don't last long. So that's what I think maybe that's what he's afraid of. That's what he's afraid of, that the more they use him as a running, more at running back, that he deserves to get paid more. If he wants to be considered a receiver, though, because, those are the ones that are getting paid. Your receivers are the ones getting paid. Running backs don't get paid anymore, right? So, I don't know. Let's what you think. Okay.
Deebo Samuel 3 games, and they'll pay y'all.
Okay. We'll see what happens. All right, so let's go NBA. Talk a little NBA before we talk about the game, talk about a couple of topics. Atlanta Hawks are trash.
And I ain't gonna. I'll about to do.
The Spurs are trash. But anyway, all right. So both our teams aren't any good. But Anyway, so before we talk about the game, let's talk about a couple of topics. Apparently, Draymond Green's been criticized for having a podcast after each game, especially they won this last game, but they had lost 2 in a row, and he was still having his podcast. Sorry, and many people saying it was a distraction. He needs to stop doing it for the finals. He's averaging 7 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists in the finals, but the last 2 games, he's only put up 2 points per game. 2 points per game in the last 2 games. Even the one they won, he only put up 2 points. So, is this legitimate criticism? He needs to quit doing this podcast after each game. What do you think?
All right, man. Let me tell you about Draymond. Draymond needed to seek counseling. Draymond Green.
Seek counseling.
He need to focus on the task at hand.
So he needs to quit doing it. Quit. Your opinion.
Man, how you only score 2 points in the game?
That's crazy.
And all you do is this right here. All you do is run your mouth.
Running his mouth.
Show me.
I mean, they won the last game, but he didn't contribute much.
I want Draymond Green to show me.
So you agree with some of these guys? Hey, he needs to get off the podcast and play.
Draymond Green is delusional, and he worried about the wrong thing.
So if he was balling out and scoring, he's at 12 points.
You do your podcast, man. You ain't scored 20 points in 2 games. Show me.
So since he's struggling, he needs to quit until he brings
Let
the
it
game.
go.
Okay.
Let it go.
Okay.
Show me.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, he brings it on himself because he has the podcast after each game. So, and then he said, his words were, "I'm having this podcast, win, lose, or draw. I'm gonna have it." He keeps talking that he's gonna have it, and he's gonna
keep running his mouth, man.
And he's gonna keep getting criticism if he keeps having it. That's my opinion, but they're gonna keep criticizing him,
all the time. All he do is talk.
And if they lose this series, they're especially going to get criticized. If they lose, and a lot of it is
Draymond Green should focus on rebounding, scoring points, assists,
at least a few points. Defense.
Man,
he's supposedly. He said he was the greatest defensive player of his era. He's the greatest defensive player. That's what he said.
You said what now?
He said he's the greatest defensive player of his era.
I can fly a spaceship too. I can fly a spaceship too.
I don't know. That's what he said.
That dude only scored 2 points in the late. Come on, man.
I don't know. Let us know what you think. What do you think? Is that a distraction? Should Draymond Green stop doing it? Put it in the comments. Let us know what you think. Give some comments, like, share, all that good stuff. We appreciate any likes and shares and all that. Get on the Facebook group and join the Facebook group. We'll talk sports. All right, so there's some debate here going to the finals that if Steph needs to be the finals MVP, he hasn't had one yet. He's been to 4. He's won 4 finals. He hasn't yet to be the MVP. Possibly he could be an all-time top 10 all-time but he needs an MVP in the finals. Does he need that MVP to kind of push him up into the top 10, or does he need more than that? What do you think? He's been he's been the regular season MVP. But he hasn't got a finals.
If Golden State can find a way to win the finals, because Steph Curry's performance the other night was like superb.
Yeah, he had a 40-point game.
The cat scored over 40 points.
Right.
He showed out.
That was his big game. So he's had his big game because that was another criticism. That he didn't ever have a big game.
Game he ever played. That was the best game this guy ever scored in playoffs.
Right. That could be his
best.
Right. That could be. Yeah.
I'm gonna roll the dice and say this: if Golden State win tomorrow night, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. If they win tomorrow night, they going back to Boston. But believe you me, next Sunday, they got to come back to Golden State. It's over. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Oh no.
No. So if they win tomorrow, they play Thursday night. Then they got to come back to Golden State next Sunday.
Game 7, yeah. Game 7.
Game 7. That's what I'm saying.
But Game 7, anything goes. Game 7 is, home court doesn't matter that much. I don't know. It seemed like Game 7 is up for grabs. I think Golden State needs to win in Boston again to wrap this. If Golden State is going to win, they need to win in Boston in Game 6
on Thursday night.
Yeah. Yeah, because they don't want to go back to Golden State and give all basically winner take all back in Golden State. I don't know. Those young fellas, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I feel like if it goes to a Game 7, Boston's gonna win.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like. But yeah, I think he needs that MVP. I think he needs a Finals MVP on his resume. I don't think it pushes him into the top 10 all time because you got to push.
No.
Who are you gonna push? You got to push Shaq out. Who are you gonna push?
No, man.
Magic Johnson. I mean,
hey, give Steph about 5-10 more years. He could join the top 10.
He's 33, I think. He ain't got another
he ain't ready right now.
5 years.
Give him about 5 years, bro.
He needs it. I think if he can get a couple Finals MVPs, I think he's in the conversation.
Even if he win the Final MVP this year, he ain't in the top 10, dog. He not top 10, bro.
I don't think so.
No way. There's no way.
I think
there's no way.
I mean, is it because he's more of a shooter? I mean he's a little guy, considerably speaking.
I mean, he's a petite guy. He's a shooter outside the arc, but I'm just saying he's not in the top 10.
I mean, he changed the game. Most people go 3-point shooting.
Give him 3. Hey, bro, give him 3 years. Give him 3 years, man. Give him 3 years.
But he needs 2 Finals MVPs. Yeah, that's what you're saying, right?
He got to show up and show out with the Finals MVP, just like I just said.
I mean, it looks like if he has another solid games, that he'll win Finals MVP. I think if Golden State wins.
If Golden State win, he gonna
as long as he doesn't have a horrible game, either the next 2 or 3 games, any of these games. As long as he has a solid, that 145-point game, I think that was his highlight. That was the game that puts him over the top. He just needs to have solid games the next couple to win, and he'll win MVP for sure. Yeah. Anyway, absolutely. All right. So another question. Let's see, who is the Finals MVP for the Celtics? I mean, Tatum hasn't exactly been showing out that well. Jay Brown hasn't. I mean, they both kind of faltered here and there. They've struggled throughout the finals. They haven't really had a big, iconic game. I mean, if you remember the first game, Jason Tatum struggled, and they still won, but he struggled in that game. I think, what did he have in that game?
About Tatum?
In the first game, he only had 12 points. He had 13 assists, but only 12 points, and they still won the game. And Jaylen Brown, that game, though, he did better, pretty good in that game. What did he have in that game? Let me see. Jaylen Brown in game 1, he had 24 points. He had a decent game. Al Horford had 26 points. And then in the second game, they lost that game. And Jason Tatum, what did he have? He had 28 points, so he had a pretty good game. Jaylen Brown only had 17 points, so he kind of had an off night the second game. And then, what was the third game? On Wednesday? Third game, Boston won. Jason Tatum, what did he have that game on the third game? He had 26 points, so another decent game. Jaylen Brown had 27. I mean, who's their MVP now if they end up winning? Is it Tatum?
Man, if I had to pick an MVP for Dallas, I mean not Dallas, I'm talking about Boston. My bad.
If they win, who's their MVP right now? It's tough, man. I don't know.
Probably Tatum.
He had a horrible first game though, terrible, and he's had subpar games since then. Even Friday when they lost, he seemed to be struggling. He only had 23 points.
Hey, Flo, I got to gamble with Tatum, man.
Okay.
I think Tatum over Brown, to be honest with you.
Really? But it seems like Brown's been a little more consistent.
Tatum, man.
Okay. He did have a double-double, though. 23 points, 11 rebounds. Yeah. So we'll see. I guess you have to give it to Tatum, but I don't know. See what happens. I think if Jaylen Brown has a big game to close it out, I think he'll get it. Like, let's say game 6, he has a big game, and they end up winning game 6 and closing out the series. I think Jaylen takes it from him. That's just my opinion. I think Tatum's got to have a big game to close out the series for him to get it. Whoever has the big game to close out the series is going to get the MVP for the Celtics. That's just me. All right, so the Celtics tomorrow and the Warriors, they lost game 4 at home, gave the Warriors back their home court advantage, I guess if you could say it that way. Who wins game 5? Who wins the series? It's going back to Golden State. Who's going to win the game tomorrow? Right now, we got Golden State the 3-point favorite, 3.5-point favorite right now. Who wins tomorrow?
3.5-point favorite. Golden State tomorrow.
Yeah, who wins? Who do you think?
Man, Golden State gonna blow them out tomorrow at home. Man.
You think so?
About 20 points.
20 points. Whoa. Shots fired. Shots fired. 20 points. Okay. Bang bang.
they floated at home in front of the home turf.
Mm-hmm. They lost one at home already though.
Let me backtrack. Golden State will win by 10 points tomorrow.
Okay,
not 10 by 10.
Okay, that seems fair.
I'll be reasonable.
That's fair. I feel like Boston really needs this game. They don't want to go to. I don't think they want to go to Game 7. They want to win this game and then win. Then win again in Boston. Because if you look at it, let's see. Boston lost their last game. They haven't lost 2 games almost, I think, since mid-season.
Right.
I don't think they're going to lose this game. They haven't lost 2 games most of the season. The second half of the season, they haven't lost 2 games in a row. Even in the playoffs, haven't lost.
So you think Boston going to win tomorrow?
I think Boston might take this game. Maybe they lose in Boston, but
who you think will win the whole series?
Man.
NBA Finals champion.
It just feels like Boston's gonna pull it out. I don't know why. It just feels like Boston's gonna pull this out somehow.
So if Boston pull it out, Tatum gonna be the MVP.
Probably. It depends on that game. That closeout game. If it's the one in Boston, Game 6, whoever comes out in that game and does really well, I think they'll get the MVP. If Jaylen Brown shows out, gets 30 points, something, and Tatum only has like 25, but they close out, the Warriors at home, I think Jaylen wins the MVP. That's just me. Whoever wins, I think that's who's going to win it. Whoever has gives a big game in the closeout game is going to win the game for the Celtics. Yeah.
Okay.
No, they'll win the MVP for the Celtics if the Celtics can close them out. It just feels like Boston's going to win this series. Boston has been like this even with the Heat. They went back and forth, but they even. I mean, look at who Boston has played. They had a tougher road to the finals. They played Miami Heat.
Boston had a tougher road, like you said. They had a harder road and all that to get where they at. Right?
Yeah, they beat.
And I agree with.
They beat a Brooklyn team that a lot of people said were going to go to the finals. They swept them, but they were all tough games. They beat the Bucks, who were last year's champions, who a lot of people thought were going to go to the finals, and then they beat the Heat, who a lot of people thought they were going to go. They were the number 1 team in the East.
I totally agree.
So I mean, they had a harder road to who did Golden State beat? They beat a Memphis team without their star. John Morant was out.
Morant was injured. Right.
Yeah, they beat a Mavericks team who kind of overachieved this year.
They were subpar to me.
Yeah, but all they had was Luka, but they didn't really have that second scorer. I think the Mavs overperformed and they got to the finals, with a little bit of luck and a little bit of playing over their heads. So Golden State hasn't really struggled, hadn't really played a tough team going into the finals. And I think Boston has, Marcus Smart is the defensive player of the year, right?
Right, absolutely.
You got 2 young scorers, Jaylen and Tatum. And Marcus Smart can have a good game every so often. He'll come out with a good game. What did he have last time? What did he have?
But I'm saying, Smart not consistent, man.
He's not consistent, but he had 18. Right. So, and then you have Al Horford, who can come up with a big game every now and then. He had 20-something point games.
Old school Horford, yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think they have. There's more. Klay Thompson hasn't been consistent either. He's not a consistent scorer. And I don't know if Steph Curry can carry them for 2 more games. You know what I'm saying? Klay's going to have a big game to put over at least 1, maybe 2 to really
to get them over the top, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. It just feels like Boston is too much for them, and they've been through a lot harder road, and they've been battle tested this playoff run.
If Boston wins tomorrow night, it's over.
Okay.
It won't be no 7 game, bro.
It'll be over if Boston wins.
If they go back to Boston, it's over, man. If Boston wins tomorrow night, it ain't gonna be no 7 game.
And what I'm saying is Boston hasn't lost 2 games in a row, so the chances are they're gonna win tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they haven't lost 2 games in a row the whole playoffs. And since I think January, they haven't lost 2 games in a row.
2 games straight like that.
They haven't.
Right,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. They bounce back every time. So it just feels like Boston is going to win this series. That's what it feels like. I don't know. That's just the feeling I got. I don't really care. I'm not a Boston fan or a Warriors fan. I think it'd be good for Steph to win another one and win an MVP just because he's been around for a while. He's toward the end of his career. He's got maybe 2 or 3 years left at the best.
Steph Curry maybe got 4 years.
At his peak,
4
he's got but I mean, he's got maybe 2 or 3 where he's still, in his prime. Maybe another couple of years in his prime. So I mean, it'd be nice just for the storyline, just to have him win. But it just feels like Boston's gonna win this series. I don't know. That's just the feeling I get the way they've been playing. So we'll see what happens. Let us know what you think. Who's gonna win this series? Who's gonna wrap it up here? Do you think Boston's gonna win this series, or do you think the Warriors are gonna pull it out? I just don't see. Warriors don't have enough firepower to me. So unless Steph can score another couple of 40-point games. But that hasn't been his history.
And Steph Curry ain't been consistent like that either, man.
Not in the finals. That hasn't been his history. So we'll see what happens.
Nah, not at all, bro.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. All right, Canteen. That's it, man. We're wrapping it up. What do you think? Any final words for the viewers out there, for the people out there?
Hey, Thursday. Let's do a if you off Thursday, let's do a pregame show for Thursday.
You want to do a pregame?
You know it's gonna be. It's gonna be 6 games, so Thursday. I'll get off early Thursday. Let's do a pregame show Thursday if you want.
You want to do a pregame Thursday?
Or after or post game, whatever you want to do, bro. Just let me know.
On Thursday? Okay, maybe we'll do a basketball theme. What was it? Was it be game 6? Thursday will be game 6?
Be game 6, bro. Yeah, absolutely.
So it'll be either Warriors up 3-2 or Boston up 3-2. Yeah. All right, we'll see. So to you, it sounds like what you're saying is the winner of Game 5 is going to win this series. That's what you're saying.
If Boston win tomorrow night, it's over with, son.
And you said this is the same thing about the Warriors too. If the Warriors win, it's over. Right? That's what you said.
I told you that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You said so. Whoever wins this game to you,
whoever wins Game 5
is going to win the series.
To the bridge.
Okay.
To the bridge.
Okay.
To the bridge.
Let's go. All right, let's go, man. All right.
All right, bro.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks for joining
One
us.
love, dog.
We love you. Hey, go join, go share, go like this.
To the bridge.
All right. Go comment, do all that good stuff.
All right, bro.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.